G'day YouTubers, welcome back to my channel, Workshop Fun. Well, today I'd like to post a caravan update. I haven't done one in a while because I've sort of been waiting until I got enough done before I make my next video. So what I'd like to go over tonight is, everything I've been doing externally on the caravan and a bit of internal too, but lately I've been doing heaps externally to tidy this up too. So every single access hatch has been replaced. Now, one of the reasons why I did that is, to modernise the caravan. It's definitely a nice thing to do, but all my access hatches were leaking and allowing water in. So every access hatch that I removed, bar the toilet, because we'd already done a lot of work in that area anyway, but every single access hatch I removed, I had to dig out rock, rebuild the structure around the access hatch, and then put that new access hatch in. So it's been a bit of a drama, but got there in the end. I've only just finished the last one tonight and then had a bit of a tidy up, and tomorrow I'll have a bit more of a tidy up in here too. So the access hatches I've used are called Ranger. So this is my new toilet access hatch. So they're lovely things. They sort of look modern and old at the same time, and it's really quite a nice finish. With this bigger access hatch, I had a bit of trouble with the alloy around the actual caravan, so there was some corrosion there from rotting, and also when I was removing the old access hatch, I did a bit of damage with on the paint, so I kind of needed to make a shroud around the access hatch to make it look nice again, but also to give it lots of extra strength too. And yeah, that's been achieved. So this is this new access hatch, all in and installed, and I'll take you inside soon and show you the structure, but it fits beautifully and tightly, this one. Now then there's the new hot water cylinder, which I've already showed in my past videos, but it at least looks nice with everything else now. I may just have to plastic spray this thing because it looks faded and ugly now. So yeah, that's those three. Now coming right along here, this one here in some ways was the most drama, because this hatch here used to be the battery box and the power box. So I had to relocate my battery, my 240 volt power. So I had to buy a flush mount plug-in setup, and then wire that up to the transfer switch, of course. So that's all done, and I got my electrician to site it, of course, so it's all legal beagle. This hatch here, I just finished installing this tonight and making the shroud. Bear in mind I still need to detail this and get rid of the old adhesive silicone. Well, it's not silicone, it's an adhesive based stuff. I'll show you guys that soon, so you know good stuff to get if you wish. So this is all installed, and this had to actually shrink. So not only did I have to dig out rot on this one, but I also had to add wood in on here. So I used treated weatherboards and made up a whole new solid framing in here, and new bit of wall, I guess you'd say. So that's all glued and with so to glue the wood in, I use this stuff. It is Gorilla Grip, and it's a construction adhesive. This is the 1 hour setting stuff. You can get 10 minutes as well. I like the 1 hour because it gives me a bit of wiggle room. So that's what I use to glue the timber in. Now, to glue solar panels down and hatches in, I would recommend this stuff here. It is expensive, but it's awesome. It is Sally's Marine Flex White, waterproof, can even be done underwater, it's saying, and it's also a high performance adhesive sealant, so it's perfect for what you want, and it's white, so you know, I just use this up tonight. Here in New Zealand, this tube here costs $32, so it's not cheap stuff, but it's, as you can see, it's got a 10-year guarantee, so you know, it's worth paying the extra now and not worrying about it later. So this one here, I'm not locking it down at the moment because the sealant's still setting, so it's just lightly latched there, it's not actually locked down. Okay, moving right along, on either side of the Caravan, keeping with Ranger, I didn't like the old logos, so I got these fold down picnic tables on either side now. I tried to get rid of the old logos on the Caravan because they looked horrible. They had just faded and looked terrible, and they had also baked on, so they would not come off under any circumstances and any chemical. In the end, I sanded this one off, and it had cooked itself that much that you could still see the print on the raw alloy. So crazy. So what I did is got these neat picnic tables, because I will be spending time outside once this thing is finished, because where I have this Caravan parked up the front, I can actually sit down and enjoy a nice quiet evening drink. The thing I like about these too is it's only a bit of a gimmick, but there you go, you got a light. And these things here are rated to handle 30 kgs apparently, according to the sticker on them. Oh, crikey, bit of muck there, but anyway, I'll wash that off soon. Now I'm going to do this one-handed, and okay, so that's it all folded up, and I'll put a new Lunar logo on top of these. So that's the sides one, and exactly the same thing on the other side, and in roughly the same area. And yeah, you know, nice little light, nice fold down picnic table, so really cool. Now coming inside, I won't worry about showing you underneath here. There's nothing really much has changed underneath here, apart from the new hatch and new wood, but I can show you the new timber in here for this hatch. I still haven't finished painting it yet, but it's getting there. And there's one other thing that's going to be going in here once this is fully painted, and above here I have put aside a nice LED light. I'll grab that out now and show you. So this here will be my storage light. It's a nice one. Got that a while ago from the Mitre 10, and if anybody looks back at my old videos, you'll know that it was secured up there, but now that I've put the LEDs in, the strip LEDs in here, I don't really need them, so it's going to be relocated to a place where it will be useful. Now, I'm just keeping it stored safely in my closet at the moment. Coming right along here, I've set the hot water cylinder up a little bit more. I've raised the computer off the ground with a big wooden chock, so if any water does manage to escape, it's off the ground, so it won't get fried, hopefully. Actually, I'll turn the lights on. It's much better. So this, so the black framing, that's all going to get painted the same colour as the rest of it. It's just that I think that was all treated timber, but I didn't know if all of it was or not fully. It sort of looked as though it was, but I painted it all with a black enamel first, so before I put the hot water cylinder in, and that's just a bit of backup there. Not that it should leak, because it's also got that Sally's adhesive stuff all around the hot water cylinder, so very, watertight. So building all this framing for this new hatch was a bit of a nightmare and a lot of work, but got there in the end. Even cutting out the checker plating was a nightmare, but got there in the end, and very grateful to my friend Frank, who's been helping me with bits of this restoration. He gave me the checker plate to use. I would have been a bit stuffed without that at the moment, so that was really nice of him. Coming right along here, here's the final bit of a surprise. Brand new toilet. That's just sitting there right now. It's not actually fastened into anything. And as you can see, I've also made this splashback for the toilet, just to set off the toilet. So that was a lot of work, a lot of fluffing around. If you watched my last video, you'll know that for the sink I made this wooden trim and routed the edges nicely. I have also done exactly the same with this, and also used the same vinyl, so it matches with the sink and the white and the white. It sort of all matches nicely. So yeah, I think that's a good little, what would you say, addition. Now this toilet here is the Dominic C series, let's say that. I can't actually remember its exact model number, but it's electric flush, so this will tap it straight into my freshwater tank, and it lets you know if your tank's full, half full. It lets you know if you're running out of water, and that one's telling you, I think, that the cassette is not in properly. I'll have to double check that one, but anyway, it's not a lot it doesn't tell you. This one here is nice. It's got the ceramic bowl, so that's really nice. Just a little, touch of luxury or class in this Caravan, because I've been trying to do it all up nicely, so the old toilet was not going to look nice at all. So yeah, that's all that. And I sold my 3-way fridge and just got an outright 240 volt fridge. It's covered in dust. Anyway, and that's gonna go in. Looks like it's gonna fit quite nicely without too much work. Fingers crossed. But that's got a 4.5 star energy efficiency rating. And it wasn't even that dear. This was actually one of the cheaper ones, but it's still got the higher energy efficiency rating. So stoked as. And I got the black one because my oven's black. So yeah, that's really about it for now. There's just been a couple of details that I've done since the last video, maybe. I might have said this in my last video or not, but that's my new hot water cylinder's gas on and off, and that's the new 240 volt switch. So the hot water cylinder comes with the gas on and off switch, but it doesn't come with the 240 volt, and sorry about that being loose. I've just left that loose because I've got to run the wires for that. But I bought this separately and it matches the USB things that I've installed, USB ports. It's the same company, same glass surround, and that now will power the hot water cylinder's 240 volt side. It's all wired up and it's got a fuse in there, 6.5 amp fuse. So yeah, happy days. That's all done. Quick little update on Victron things. If any of you guys are using the beta software or have used it but been annoyed that the screen won't turn off, the screen now turns off. So there you go. You can go to brief or overview. It's all working nicely. So the latest download for the beta software on Victron, it's working a lot better now, and it's actually, yeah, it's quite flash, this. I really like it. Yeah, it's just quite cool. Nice graphics, and it's actually quite informative and intuitive to use. So if anybody wants to install that but hasn't bothered to because they had problems with their screen going off, well, I can tell you now it's fixed. There's a few new things fixed with it, so that's brilliant, and a few new little things added, which is really cool. Okay, well, oh, one quick thing. This here, I pulled this out of my original Caravan's power box. So the power box is still working. It does the 12 volt fuses for some of the 12 volt fuses in this Caravan, and it does the 240 volt trips for like breakers, you know. But this is its old battery charger, which is completely dead and stuffed, but I removed it and thought I'll keep it aside anyway. It's a bit of an old relic now. It's quite cool, but yeah, there you go. Corroded to whatever, you know, corroded to hell. Let's put it that way. Anyway, alright. Well, that's about all for now, and I hope everybody's having a good evening. Bye.